Right now, somewhere in the world, one of these 8 spiders is crawling towards someone, and they have no idea. One bite from spider number 1 can kill a grown man in under 2 hours. Number 4 has venom strong enough to make your own muscles rip themselves apart. And number 8, it's probably closer to your bed than you think. I'm about to rank the 8 most dangerous spiders on Earth from painful but survivable to call an ambulance immediately. Stay until the end because number 1 is not the spider you're expecting. Let's go. Spider number 8, the redback spider. We start in Australia, home to more nightmare creatures per square mile than anywhere else on the planet. The redback spider is small, barely a centimeter long, but she's built like a tiny black landmine with a red stripe down her back, warning you to stay away. Here's the terrifying part. Redbacks love hiding in mailboxes, under toilet seats, in shoes, and in garden furniture, anywhere close to humans. In one infamous case in the 1950s, a man in Australia was bitten while sitting on an outdoor toilet, and the pain was so severe he described it as being stabbed with a hot knife. Her venom, called alpha-latrotoxin, attacks your nervous system, causing intense pain that spreads from the bite site to your whole body, along with sweating, vomiting, and muscle cramps that can last for days. The good news, since anti-venom was introduced in 1956, deaths have become extremely rare. But before that, redbacks killed more people in Australia than any other spider. Spider number 7, the Chinese bird spider. Now, we head to Southeast Asia, where this giant tarantula lurks in burrows in the forest floor, waiting. This spider can grow up to 8 inches across, big enough to cover your entire hand. And unlike most tarantulas, which are more bark than bite, this one has genuinely dangerous venom. A bite from the Chinese bird spider causes severe pain, swelling, and muscle cramping that can last for a week. There are documented cases of the venom causing heart palpitations and breathing difficulty in sensitive individuals. What makes this spider extra unsettling is its speed. Most tarantulas are slow, lumbering creatures. This one can strike in a fraction of a second, faster than you can pull your hand back. Local hunters in China and Vietnam have hunted this species for food for centuries, which tells you something. If you're brave enough to eat something this dangerous, you respect it first. Spider number 6, the camel spider. This one isn't technically a true spider, it's a solifugae, a distant cousin, but it made this list because of pure, unfiltered internet infamy. Camel spiders exploded across social media during the Iraq War when soldiers posted photos claiming these creatures were the size of dinner plates, could run 25 miles per hour, and screamed while chasing humans across the desert. Here's the truth. Most of that is exaggerated myth. Camel spiders don't have venom at all, but what they do have is one of the most powerful bite forces relative to body size of any arachnid on Earth. Jaws that move sideways instead of up and down, capable of shredding flesh and even small bones. They're not deadly, but if one of these things latches onto you in the dark, the psychological damage might outlast the physical. Spider number 5, the black widow. You knew this one was coming. The black widow is probably the most recognizable, dangerous spider in the world, instantly identifiable by the glossy black body and the red hourglass marking on her belly. Nature's way of saying back off. Her venom is roughly 15 times more potent than a rattlesnake's, drop for drop. It contains the same neurotoxin family as the redback, latrotoxin, but in far higher concentration. Symptoms escalate fast. Intense muscle pain, abdominal cramping so severe it's often mistaken for appendicitis, sweating, and in extreme cases, paralysis of the breathing muscles. Here's a fact that surprises people. Only the female bites humans, and she only injects venom in about half of her bites. Scientists believe this is because manufacturing venom is biologically expensive for her. So, she saves it for real threats, not accidental encounters. Before anti-venom, black widow bites killed roughly 5% of victims. Today, thanks to modern medicine, deaths are almost unheard of in developed countries. But in rural areas without quick hospital access, still a genuine threat. Spider number 4, the six-eyed sand spider. Found in the deserts of southern Africa, this spider doesn't chase you. It doesn't have to. It buries itself in the sand and waits, completely invisible for prey to walk right over it. Its venom is where things get horrifying. It contains a compound that causes something called dermonecrosis, the destruction of skin and muscle tissue around the bite, spreading outward like the flesh is dissolving. In some documented cases, the tissue damage spreads for weeks after the bite. Combine that with hemolytic effects, which destroy red blood cells and can cause internal bleeding, and you have one of the most feared bites on the continent. Here's the unsettling twist. There is no known anti-venom for this spider. Doctors can only treat the symptoms and hope the patient's body handles the rest. Thankfully, this spider is reclusive, rarely encountered, and has never been confirmed to kill a human. But medical researchers agree it's not for lack of ability. Spider number 3, the Brazilian wandering spider. This is the spider that holds the actual Guinness World Record for most venomous spider on Earth. Unlike most dangerous spiders that hide in burrows or webs, the Brazilian wandering spider does exactly what its name suggests. It wanders the forest floor at night, hunting actively instead of waiting in a web. That means encounters with humans happen far more often, especially in banana plantations, which is how it earned the nickname banana spider. Its venom is a neurotoxin cocktail that causes intense pain, loss of muscle control, breathing difficulty, and, in male victims, a side effect so bizarre it's been studied by pharmaceutical researchers. A prolonged, painful, involuntary physical response that scientists have actually studied for potential use in erectile dysfunction medication. But make no mistake, without treatment, a bite from this spider can kill a child in under 25 minutes and an adult within a few hours. Thankfully, effective antivenom exists and has dramatically reduced fatality since its introduction. Spider number 2, the funnel web spider, back to Australia. Because of course we're back in Australia. The Sydney funnel web spider is widely considered the most dangerous spider in the world, by raw venom potency toward humans specifically. Here's the strange part. Their venom evolved to kill insects and small vertebrates. Not us, but by a horrifying coincidence, the specific toxin in their venom, called robustoxin, is uniquely effective against primates. Humans just happen to be collateral damage of evolution. A bite can cause symptoms within minutes: numbness around the mouth, muscle twitching, sweating, and dangerously elevated heart rate, progressing to unconsciousness if untreated. Before antivenom was developed in 1981, funnel web bites had roughly a 15% fatality rate, shockingly high for a spider. Since the antivenom's introduction, there hasn't been a single confirmed death. Not one. That's how effective modern medicine has been against this ancient killer. They're also aggressive when threatened, rearing up and striking repeatedly rather than fleeing, which is exactly why they rank so high on this list. Spider number 1, Tarsine, the brown recluse. And here's the twist I promised you. The brown recluse isn't the most venomous. It's not the fastest or the biggest or the most aggressive. In fact, it's shy, small, and brown enough to disappear against a wooden floor. So why is it ranked number 1? Because it's the spider most likely to actually hurt you. Brown recluses live inside human homes across the central and southern United States, in closets, attics, stacks of cardboard boxes, and folded clothing. They don't attack. Most bites happen completely by accident, when someone rolls onto one in bed or puts on a shoe it was hiding in. Its venom causes the same dermonecrotic effect as the six-eyed sand spider, destroying skin and tissue in a spreading wound that can take months to heal and sometimes require surgery or skin grafts. In rare cases, the venom triggers a systemic reaction that damages red blood cells and kidneys, which can be fatal, especially in children. There is no antivenom. Treatment is purely supportive, managing the wound and hoping the body recovers. What makes the brown recluse number 1 isn't raw power, it's proximity. This is the spider actually living among us, in our homes, in our beds, completely unnoticed, and the quiet, hidden danger is far scarier than anything hunting you in the wild. Outro. So there you have it, the 8 most dangerous spiders on Earth, ranked from terrifying to truly nightmare fuel. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far without checking under your bed, I want to know that too. Subscribe for more videos ranking the world's deadliest creatures, and I'll see you in the next one.